Hello, and welcome back to the Internet Code video series. These videos were developed to provide an overview of Internet services. They are intended for customers that are deaf, deafblind, or hard of hearing. All videos have captions and voiceovers. This set of videos covers terminology commonly used by Internet service providers or ISPs in Canada. The definitions in these videos are intended as simple explanations of how Internet service works. They do not replace definitions used in CRTC decisions or ISP contracts or written policies, as may be amended from time to time. Video 3 will cover documents, policies, and notifications. Important information you'll come across in relation to your Internet account includes contracts and related documents, accessible alternative format. Customers who identify as a person with a disability have the right to receive certain documents in an accessible format if requested. This is also referred to as an alternative format. Accessible formats include large print, braille, documents in plain text, or Word format. Contract, service agreement, Internet service agreement. A contract is a binding agreement between an Internet service provider or ISP and a customer to provide Internet service for a fee. A written contract is a written instrument that expresses the content of the contract. A copy of the contract between the ISP and the customer must be provided to the customer in a format of their choosing at the time the service is purchased or shortly thereafter. A contract may also be called a service agreement or Internet service agreement. Related documents. Related documents are any documents referred to in the contract that affect the customer's use of the ISP's services. Related documents include, but are not limited to, privacy policies and fair use or acceptable use policies. Critical information summary. A critical information summary is a document that summarizes key elements of the contract for the customer. An ISP must provide this summary to customers when they provide a permanent copy of the contract for services. It may be included as the first pages of the service agreement or provided separately. Key contract terms and conditions. Key contract terms and conditions are elements of a contract that the customer agreed to upon entering into the contract and will receive for the duration of the contract. These elements generally cannot be changed by the ISP during a commitment period without the customer's expressed consent. Commitment periods are defined in Video 1, Contracts and Billing. Key contract terms include, but are not limited to, the services included in the plan, the minimum monthly charge, and any limits on the use of those services that could trigger overage charges or additional fees. Terms of service. Terms of service are the rules that a customer must agree to in order to use an internet service provider's network and services. The terms of service form part of the contract. A service provider's terms of service can also be found on their website. This is also known as service terms. Relevant policies. Acceptable fair use policy. An acceptable use policy identifies what is considered to be unacceptable use of the ISP's services and the consequences of any unacceptable use by the customer. The policy may be amended at any time. Unacceptable use of the service includes participating in illegal activity, cyberbullying and harassment, or any other violation that each service provider identifies. Violations of an acceptable use policy may result in service suspension or disconnection, or a modification of the services available to the customer. This may also be known as a fair use policy. Privacy policy. A privacy policy explains how service providers will handle customers' personal information. Usage alerts notifications. Usage alerts notifications. Customers may receive usage alerts or notifications at specific usage thresholds in their monthly data plan. The notifications are sent at preset intervals before nearing the data limit and once the data limit has been reached. A service provider must also notify a customer who has incurred data usage charges within a single monthly billing cycle. The method of the notification may vary by service provider. If the customer subscribes to a plan with unlimited usage, there will be no usage alerts. Usage alerts allow a customer to adjust or tailor their data usage in order to make informed decisions about data charges. Data management tools, services. Data management tools and services help customers track their usage and better manage their bills. These tools are usually accessed via an internet service provider's website or provider specific app.